Hi, welcome to this video today, which is all about Forex trading strategies for beginners. And what we're going to be doing is interviewing a very successful Norwegian Forex trader. He achieved a growth rate of 85% in just 9 months. He was the top copy trader at eToro, and he had 2.5 million in equity following him. Now, in terms of Hakkon, he's just 22, but already, very successful Forex trader. So I'm just going to go and interview him in a moment. What you can also do, before we go to the interview, is if you want to join our Facebook group, you can click on the link beneath this video, and you can also find out more about Hakkon and our training services on the links below as well. So let's go now and talk to Hakkon.
Good morning, Andrew. No problem.
Right, today I thought we would have a little bit of a chat about Forex trading strategies, yeah?
Yeah.
Specifically for beginners coming in the markets, obviously they want to put together a strategy that can obviously make them money, okay? Now, in terms of the best strategies, what do you think beginners should focus on?
I think the beginners should just focus on the basic stuff, really. Focus on basic technical analysis and focus on the big important fundamentals, really.
Okay, now in terms of when you say basic technical analysis, what do you mean by basic?
Use trade on support resistance, look for structure, look for very basic chart formations such as double top, triple top, head and shoulders, and don't go into all the advanced stuff right away because you will only confuse yourself.
Okay. Now, in terms of when you say that, focus on, basic technical analysis and obviously those big support and resistance levels, yeah?
Yeah.
I can see those levels. You can see them.
Yeah.
So can everyone else in the market. And only 5% of us are going to win coming off those levels. So how do you get in that 5% of winners?
The thing about trading nowadays is we have a lot what's called false breakouts, meaning the market go through a support line or big support line or resistance line. It goes through it and it immediately just retracts and go back again. And that's what we call a false breakout. And when a false breakout occurs, most of the stop losses to traders gets taken out. So what you really want to do is have a stop loss that's very hard to get and have a kind of a good distance from the support lines or resistance lines, so you kind of guard yourself against false breakouts.
Okay, no, we said this in the money management video, but I'm going to repeat it because I think it's really, really important. In terms of, I believe that if you're trading the markets and you're coming off big levels, your stop is as important, probably more important than the entry.
Yes, totally agree.
Now, in terms of when you're looking at the charts, what time frame are you focused on?
Now I probably look the daily, weekly, and 4 hours. But if you're a beginner, I would advise to look at the daily and the weekly, and just focus on the big time frames, because it's a lot harder to trade the shorter time frames, and you will increase your odds just by looking at the bigger one. Okay,
now in terms of, let's say you're coming into a trade off a big level, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're looking at the daily and weekly charts. I mean, how long typically do you think a person should, or trader should, look to hold a trade? What sort of time frame?
It kind of depends. Usually I would recommend from 2 weeks and up, but it kind of depends on what the market does. If the market is moving sideways, you may hold it for a month, but I think a good starting place is 2 weeks and more. And if the market has a really good movement and it goes through another big kind of structure, you can take it but if it moves sideways for a while, you have to hold it a bit longer.
Okay. Now, in terms of your strategy, obviously it's very basic technical analysis, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you use any indicators in there at all?
Very few actually. I'd probably just use the RSI just to look how strong the market is, and I also use the COT indicator, of course, and sometimes I also use the moving average just to look how the market is, what level it is compared to the last couple of days, basically.
Okay. Now, in terms of you saying about using the fundamentals as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Use the fundamentals in association with the technicals. Now, what are you looking for in the fundamentals?
I look at really the big important things and try to avoid all the small kind of numbers. So I look at housing, I look at employment, inflation, just the big important ones.
Yeah,
basically.
so the big economic reports.
Yeah.
Non-farm payroll, maybe central banks, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, GDP also. So, the big ones. And as I said, avoid the small important ones.
Okay. I think in terms of a lot of people who come in the markets, they say, or they will want to use just pure technical analysis, yeah?
Yeah.
My own view is that the technicals come out of the fundamentals.
Yes.
So if you know or just do some basic analysis on the fundamentals, then you get a clue to where the chart might be going.
Yes, and I also use, I look at the fundamentals and I kind of use the technicals to kind of confirm my view. So I really advise people to don't use just technicals. If you can, add some fundamental and look at the big picture in the fundamentals.
In terms of, and I know you do this as well, I mean, you look at sentiment of traders towards the chart, yeah?
Yeah.
I know we said it in the last video, but we'll say it again just in case you're on news watching. What's the best report in your view for judging sentiment?
The CFTC Net Traders report by far. It basically shows where how the commercial are opposed to the non-commercials, and we usually call the commercials the smart money, and you really want to be on the smart money side and not the non-commercials because most of them lose money.
Yeah, I know, I totally agree with that. I mean, we've said it before, I'll just stress it again for anyone new watching. The COT, consider it like just a vital report for any trader to look at. And also what I like about the COT is not many Forex traders even look at it.
Exactly.
Now, in terms of, what you've said so far, yeah?
Yeah.
It's all pretty basic stuff, yeah? Okay. Now, in terms of, putting a strategy together, okay?
Yeah.
Beginners will normally hunt out someone else's strategy, okay?
Yeah.
Would you recommend that they do all their own research?
I think you have to find a strategy that suits you well. Everyone's different. What works for another trader may not work for you. So you have to find your own strategy that suits yourself. And yes, of course, you can use kind of, you can use things from other strategies, but in the end, you have to have your own strategy.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, because you'll never make money following someone else. That's why I believe that anyone who just looks to follow someone will never ever succeed.
Yes.
Now, in terms of, and this is a fact, obviously, anyone can learn to trade Forex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best strategies are simple. In terms of beginners,
Yeah.
I actually think, I mean, I don't know if you agree with me on this, but I think most beginners obviously look for stuff that's too advanced, yeah?
Yes.
or they look for some sort of secret or whatever it might be. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're hunting for something different. Yeah, which isn't there because there's no secret, obviously, to trading success. Now,
Yeah.
one of my big things is that I believe that most traders just do not have self-belief. They just don't believe they can do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, in terms of getting self-belief, yeah, what would you recommend traders do to get self-belief? Belief in themselves, they can really do it.
That's a kind of a hard question because 95%, maybe 98% of Forex traders lose. So, you have to, you have to know that it's possible and it can be easily done with basic stuff. So, as I said, you have to find your own strategy and you have to be prepared to put in a lot of work. You can't just come into market and be profitable at once. You have to kind of get some setbacks, learn from your mistakes, and it's entirely possible. And it's just about having the discipline, having the work mentality, and I think anyone can be successful. Really, as a broker, I have met people that come from backgrounds where you are supposed to not succeed in trading, but they work hard, they have failures, but they learn from them, and they become successful. So when you decide to be successful, you have to be prepared for setbacks and failure. When those things happen, learn from it, and just keep going. It's not impossible.
So you mean, sorry, in terms of practice is the key, yeah?
Yeah.
Because one of the things I believe in is you've got to learn to feel the market.
Yes.
Or feel the price action, because everything, let's say triple top, might be different. One might be different from another.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of feel it and get experience. I always think it's a bit like learning to play, I don't know, football or something like that. You can't learn from a textbook.
Yeah, and I also usually say this to traders that you won't become a good trader by using a demo account. You have to use a real one. You have to feel it. You have to feel and experience how important psychology and discipline is. And as you say, you have to kind of get in the market with real money because demo account, you don't have really anything you risk. So I advise people to practice, but practice small amounts, but use a real account, not a demo account.
Yeah, because I think that one thing with Forex trading is it's very easy to do a trade when you haven't got any money on it.
Exactly.
But of course, when you've got money, you've got the things that most people hate, which is taking risks, and dealing with uncertainty. Yeah, most people aren't comfortable with that. So you've got to become comfortable doing that. The only way, like you say, is doing it under pressure. Now, in terms of self-belief, okay, just going to mention this again. I know I mentioned it in the first video that we did, yeah?
Yeah.
I honestly feel that, most traders, like we said, most traders lack that inner self-belief, I'm going to win, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't come in thinking, I am going to win. It's like, I kind of hope I might.
Yeah.
So we've talked about it, obviously, in the first video. I just want to stress it again because my view is get some trading books from great traders.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know we did it in the first video. Just what are your favorite trading books? Which ones would you recommend?
I would recommend all the Market Wizard books because basically it's interviews with the top traders in the USA, and it's you get a kind of a decent view on what the top traders are doing and what things they think is important in trading. And what you notice is that all of them have different strategies, but they're all successful. So, it's really, you have to, as I said earlier, you have to find the strategy that suits you. And yeah, Market Wizards, you get a really good view on what the best guys are doing. So I really recommend those books.
Yeah, no, I think they're probably the best books for beginners to read when they come in, because I think it just gives the reality of trading.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just get a view that, they use simple strategies.
Yeah.
They all stress it's not easy, but it can be done.
Exactly.
So in your view, anyone can win at Forex trading?
Yes.
If they want to.
Exactly, yes.
That's going to be my view as well.